This week on Blockbusted, Drew has a freaking new mic and it sounds freaking great. Yeah, I don't know why the freakins were there. It's awesome. It's used for emphasis, you know? Anyway, also we talk about some of the new trailers and also we talk about Logan, although I'm the only one who's seen it, so it's really just me explaining it to Drew. But, you know, there's that. So yeah, welcome to Blockbusted. So Hitchcock, you saw the Oscars the other night, didn't you? Yeah. We're official movie fans now, in that we watched the award ceremony where they gave awards to all the movies that no one had seen. Except Suicide Squad, eh? Suicide Squad, which is an Oscar winner now.
But we all just love that.
You saw the whole fiasco, right?
I did. I was watching it live.
Dude, my entire... It was like a sports game for me. Like... My whole family was just going,
This
what?
Is your sport.
What? Right, it totally is. You're just going, get him, yeah. But no, I was out of all the nominees, I think Manchester and Arrival are the best. But, out of the ones that were probably going to win, and out of, like, the two, out of Moonlight and La La Land, I was rooting for La La Land. Although that said, I haven't seen Moonlight yet. I'm probably going to see it this week. So, yeah. But, La La Land won, and I was like, oh, yeah. Well, that's that.
That's great.
And then the whole thing happened, and I was like, what? You know, as everyone
You'd
was.
spent weeks for planning for this moment, and the one movie you haven't seen gets chills.
Right. Now I'm getting brutally, my awards predictions video is getting brutally mauled by everyone.
You were wrong.
I don't know if La La Land deserved it or not. I thought it was a very likable movie to the point where I would have liked to have that be the thing remembered.
Sure, definitely.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's funny because it seems that almost every year, the Academy ends up picking the movie that is the boring one.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
The one that not many people saw, blah, blah, blah. And that's no offense to Moonlight or whatever. But, like, last year, Spotlight won in two lights in a row. But last year, Spotlight won.
Oh, I'm seeing a trend here.
And Spotlight was probably the most boring, the most unexceptional. Obviously, it's a great movie because it's an Oscar-nominated film. But it was the most just meh movie out of the entire... nominee pool.
What was it going up against?
It was going up against Mad Max. It was going up against Brooklyn. It was going up against Big Short and lots of great nominees last year. I'm trying to think. So many good ones. The Martian.
That got nominated for Best Picture.
Oh, Revenant. Revenant was the one that people thought was going to win, which was that was the huge upset last year. But I did watch this video about how the Academy actually, basically, in the Academy, they started this thing about 6 years ago, which 6 years ago, actually, The King's Speech won Best Picture, which was a big upset because people were like, well, that was like the most boring choice out of all of them. Like, that was the year Inception was nominated, Toy Story 3 was nominated, The Social Network was nominated, all of which are great films, and The King's Speech, which is also a great film, but very just unexceptional, won as well. And... so the Academy about 6 years ago put into effect this whole new voting process where basically the people voting rank the movies nominated in their top 6, basically. And so the votes they gradually narrow it down so that the votes for the 6th choice end up getting put to the most common 4th choice or 5th choice or something. And basically they keep compounding the votes until eventually, like, all that's left is the popular... I can't really explain it. I don't know. But basically, it's to the point where oftentimes the number one choice varies a ton, right? Where people go, I like this movie, I don't like this movie, and I like this movie, and it's very divisive, you know.
Yeah,
but the number 2 choice is very consistent. So someone might go, oh, well, I'm going to put, Mad Max as my top, first choice, but then I'm putting Spotlight as the second choice because I think that's a story that needs to be told or whatever. It's just not my favorite, you know. But so everyone puts that as their second choice, right? And that wins because it got the most amount of votes. So that's kind of how the system works at this point, and it's
Yeah.
odd, but also
Yeah, it
kind
is.
of makes sense.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Electoral College in a way. So
Oh
yeah.
jeez. Oh jeez.
Anyway,
Yeah. It was definitely a good Oscars to watch on television.
people
Exciting.
people really kind of this whole thing at the end really made people forget about the fact that this was actually a good Oscars this year in terms of the show.
Yeah, it really was.
Jimmy
I
Kimmel
thought
did a
it
good
was.
job.
Very well balanced overall.
Some good speeches, some good sketches and stuff. I love the Matt Damon stuff, obviously with
That's
Jimmy
fun.
Kimmel, and that's good. But yeah, so I there were only a couple of awards that I was disappointed by the winner.
Yeah.
One being obviously makeup, which was ridiculous. I mean, if you go back and you look, okay, this is brilliant time. If you go back and you look at the Suicide Squad makeup versus the Star Trek Beyond makeup, Star Trek Beyond had like hundreds of characters with crazy makeup all over their faces, and that they spent hours on. It was prosthetics and stuff. Suicide Squad had one character, Killer Croc, that was even close to that. And he looked crappy, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure they spent a lot of time on it, but when you see him in action in the movie, he looks like horrifyingly bad. I rewatched scenes of the movie last night. It was horrible.
Oh my gosh, you rewatched?
I rewatched some scenes.
Oh my
I'm telling you.
Like even the faceless bad guy army, they look like garbage, right?
Yeah.
They literally look like a pile of garbage piled up, you know?
That's true.
I mean,
I didn't think about that. There are those guys in the movie, but
compared to like the bad guy in Star Trek, you know?
Right.
I mean, his makeup was so cool, you know?
Oh,
so,
I think this is a good time to. I said we were gonna do hate mail, right?
Okay.
I didn't say this in the episode. I said this before, but I think I've gotten so much hate mail for this sarcastic Lego Batman movie sucks video recently.
Oh, it just keeps raining.
That I was just gonna read some of it, but also. I had a debate with a guy on Instagram last night, or 2 nights ago. I don't know. It was the night after the Oscars or something. And he had just posted this thing. I'm not going to say the username, obviously, but he had just posted this thing that said...
Give me his username so I can hunt this guy down.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
He had posted this new post about how the Oscars were great and whatever, and then he said, Suicide Squad win for makeup, and then it's the 100 emoji, which means... great or something. I don't know. So then I sent him that. I sent him his own post, and then I sent him this Twitter post that's been going around that says Oscar loser for best makeup versus Oscar winner. And it's this incredible photo of, one of the
aliens that's hiding
in Star Trek Beyond.
the plans or whatever.
Right.
Right?
And she's got like this shell for a head, basically. It's incredible. And then you've got a picture of Harley Quinn. So he sends back a question mark, and I said, just saying, and sent him a couple more pictures. And he said, you prefer Suicide Squad. And I was like,
what?
Nah, bro. Obviously, Star Trek Beyond was phenomenal. And he said, nah, bro. Suicide Squad was 100% better. And keep in mind, the grammar's bad here. There's no punctuation. And I said, why? And he said, LOL, how you hate it. And I said, I'm asking you, what do you think Suicide Squad... why do you think Suicide Squad had better makeup? Give a reason. He said, they took a lot of time to do it, and it beautiful. And I said, a reason, not something subjective like it's beautiful. Notice I'm using better grammar in my quotation of him than he
You're always using better grammar than these guys.
So I said, and you want to talk about taking lots of hours to do something? Or lots of time to do something? It took hours for hundreds of extras like this. Send him the picture again. And he said, LOL, nah, I enjoy Suicide Squad more. Such a fun movie. And I said, okay, well, that's fine, but you're not supposed to judge the best makeup category on whether you enjoyed the movie. You're supposed to judge it on which one had better makeup. And he said, Suicide Squad definitely. Or no, he just said Suicide definitely. Star Trek movie, I never liked them. And I said, it's not about whether you like the movie. It's about whether the makeup was good or not. And he said, I know. And that was the end of the conversation.
I know. I just like Suicide Squad. That's all that matters.
So, yeah, that was a little mini convo, if you will.
Yeah. Oh, gee.
And,
that's,
yeah. I just...
people. I don't see how it could win. Like, come on. Over Star Trek.
See, the thing is, you got to realize that what's funny is these are the people who vote in each individual category, right, are the people who are in that category. So, like, it was all makeup artists who voted for this. And so there is some merit to that, that they saw something good in it. But
no, they're wrong. They're bad people. They're evil.
I don't see how that's possible. And oftentimes what the Academy does is they send clips. They don't expect the people to watch the whole movie. Each movie sends them a clip, and you judge based on that clip from the movie. And it could have just been that the clip from Suicide Squad was better than the clip from Star Trek. I don't know. Yeah. It just... And oftentimes, I think that's kind of an unfair way to do things as well.
That's weird.
But
yeah.
You can't always expect everyone to watch everything,
That's like almost taking something out of context.
Right,
know?
Exactly. It's the Kuleshov effect, which is the whole thing that
that's odd.
Alfred Hitchcock said, where you show a clip of a guy smiling, and then you show a clip of a child, and it looks like he's a kind old man. Show a clip of a guy smiling, and then show a clip of a girl in a bikini. He looks like a dirty-minded old man,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it's that thing. But yeah, so I don't know. It's it makes me mad that Suicide Squad is the first superhero movie, pretty much, other than Dark Knight, to win an Oscar. That is just absurd, and it's like one of the worst superhero movies out there. So
that's just sad.
It's pitiful, and it is kind of an indication of the Academy of the fact that they will never appreciate superhero movies, which is fine, actually.
Yeah.
Like, people this year who said, Deadpool should have been nominated and Civil War should have been nominated and all this stuff. And I was like, frick, like, no. Those movies aren't Best Picture nominated worthy things, Yeah. But, it is... I wish that superhero movies could get a little more credit than they do somewhere,
Which someday I think they might. They might reach that level where they do get nominated
well, then
for
Logan.
Best Visual Effects,
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do that in Pick of the Week. We would have done a whole episode on it, but you haven't seen it yet.
I didn't get a chance to see it.
So it's all your fault, Hitchcock. It really is.
I'm sorry.
So I'm going to talk about it in Pick of the Week after we get through this stuff. So, yeah. But anyway, shall we introduce the fact that you have a new microphone, Hitchcock?
Yeah, I do. If you haven't noticed already, we're hoping everything's working out. I keep looking at it like, is it still recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, but last week we had a really good episode we did on musicals and stuff. And then here to find out that once again my audio screwed up somehow. No idea how. But it did.
Countless episodes have been lost into the abyss of deleted timeline episodes just
this
because
podcast might have amounted
errors.
to something more if those episodes hadn't crashed,
exactly. Maybe we'd have more subscribers if we released those episodes
place.
That were never.
We might not be in a closet right now. We might be in a recording studio.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just sad. But yeah, I got the same mic as you, so hopefully it sounds like we're next to each other.
We're still obviously kind of tampering with the settings, seeing how that works. But this should be a good first trial run. And last week, the fact that episode wasn't able to go up, which was a great episode. We did a whole episode on musicals, talked about Sing Street, talked about La La Land and all this stuff. The fact that didn't go up was just so depressing. And we were like, all right, this is the last straw. We're buying a freaking mic.
We're done. I don't have enough
and by
money,
we,
but
I
I'm
mean
borrowing
you,
money.
and I mean you spent all the money. I just bought a couple pop filters, so yeah.
That's how it works. So now, I gotta go work today to pay it off. Because now I don't have money.
You got a loan from the bank.
I did.
For this insanely expensive microphone.
Well, it's not too bad. So
it's not too bad. Yeah. Anyway, news. Where we just kind of talk about the news of the week, but we will be doing some topics from time to time and reviewing movies. But so we got several trailers. Obviously, whenever a big movie comes out, like Logan, all the different studios want to get their trailer before the movie.
Hey, let's jump on this train,
Dude, when I went and saw Logan, it was like literally, I'm not even exaggerating, it was 30 minutes of trailers before the movie started. Great. And there were good trailers too. It was kind of a whole show, Nice. Back in like the 40s, people used to go watch the cartoons before the movie or whatever. Now you just go watch the trailers, right?
Yeah, it's good on the big screen, Get the full effect.
Good stuff. But so the major trailer this week, I think kind of the biggest one, was the Guardians of the Galaxy. Galaxy Volume 2 trailer. Yes. Mm-hmm. The Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 trailer. What did you think?
I'm a bit skeptical about it at this point.
Skeptical, really, Hitchcock.
It's I don't really know what to think. I mean,
skepticism is not allowed on this podcast.
I know. I mean, the colors visually it looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of the best Marvel has done, just visually.
Yeah,
but then I also feel like, I mean, the story looks great. If this is still from the first third of the movie, I think
true.
that leaves the door wide open, so we can't have say it's gonna be crap too much by now, right? Because we just haven't seen enough. I mean, this time we did get a little bit of the plot, which was nice. You know what's happening, but still, we're still in the dark a little bit. But like, yeah, I just don't know. Like, even in like, we've had several trailer sneak peeks by now, and each time there's been a funny joke by Drax, right? And then this one there was even more.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of wondering if they've like completely turned him into the comedian or whatever.
Well, I think they've just embraced this whole Guardians of the Galaxy as a comedy.
Okay.
Thing.
Yeah, I can see that, but I mean, you still have like Rocket and Groot. And Star. Yeah. They're all funny, so I'm just wondering, is this going to be too much? You know.
I mean, and the thing is, like, in the first movie, Drax was kind of supposed to be the straight man. You know.
Yeah.
Everyone else is kind of crazy, and Drax is the one who's like, I don't get the joke.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's the what's his face in The Office. Yeah, but you go.
Which maybe plays into like character development. You know, he's becoming more part of this team, which is allowing him to be more free. You know, but I just don't know. I mean, from what I saw, it looks great. You know, I'm still super excited for it.
Yeah,
but I'm just not too sure. So.
I think as far as, again, visually, as far as effects go and stuff, this looks like Marvel's most visually stunning movie. They said in that video back a few months ago talking about why Marvel movies are so blandly shot, that Guardians, I think, is one of the first movies that's going to be shot on a new camera that's not as boring, basically. And so, theoretically, it should look a lot better than any Marvel movie in the
and
past.
I mean, already it does,
Yeah.
Just like even from this trailer, there was more shots of more color, and you're just like, wow, that's just stunning right there. So.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it. I really haven't had any problems with anything, honestly. Like as far as the movies, as far as the Marvel movies and superhero movies this year, this is the one I'm least skeptical about. Actually, like I'm pretty skeptical about Spider-Man: Homecoming. I think Thor: Ragnarok could go both ways. Wonder Woman, I think, is going to be pretty bad probably, and then Justice League also probably. Oh no,
you shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. But Guardians Volume 2, I brag about this all the time. I saw a Q&A with the director one time, James Gunn. He's a great guy on Twitter. He's liked like 5 of my tweets.
Gunn, just to say.
But yeah, I do I really have faith in him, and I think that he knows what he's doing, and every trailer from this has given me more hope for it. So, I mean, maybe things might be too funny, but I think they're just kind of embracing that because that is what people like.
I can definitely see that. Embracing that. James Gunn in particular, he's embracing that this is a dumb superhero movie. Yeah. You know? Yeah. I mean, so yeah, I'm definitely
I'm anxious to see what the plot is because it looks like it's not going to be just a copy of the first movie, right? At least I hope not. I think it looks like something different, and that's good, because Age of Ultron was just a copy of the Avengers, and that happens with a lot of sequels.
Yeah,
and so
we got no Thanos in it, so no Mastermind, I guess. I mean,
no
definitely it
Gem,
should.
Even.
It probably will be tied in loosely with like Infinity War and setting up all that loosely.
I'm thinking probably it'll be an end credit scene somehow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can see that.
Because this is the Guardians' last movie before they come to Earth, Yeah. So you would think
and then
there
that
has to
also
be a
bugs
bridge
the question,
in there somewhere.
Are they going to come to Earth by the end of this one? Are they gonna, because they got to get to Earth somehow, right?
I don't know. And it even... I don't know if they've made it clear in this universe if they know how to get to Earth, right? Like Peter Quill left Earth as a child. He was raised by these Ravagers, right? But...
Well, if Yondu picked him up from Earth, he knows how to get back.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
Yeah.
So we never really see any other humans from Earth in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
They got ships that fly in space. They probably have a GPS somewhere. Don't you think?
If the people on Earth have a GPS, I think they probably have a GPS in space. That's true.
10 left at the next planet.
Okay,
that's
so good. I think that's about it as far as
the biggest Peter Quill's father.
Oh yeah. We saw him, didn't we?
Planet
Ego of the
dude.
Living Planet, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
People are speculating that maybe that's his avatar, like he is a planet, but he kind of creates a human form that he's able to talk to people with, right?
Nice.
I'm anxious to see if they're going to do a whole he's a giant planet head move, right?
Yeah.
But,
oh, geez.
Yeah.
That must be so weird to be a planet. Like, how does that work? Like,
if they do
make him a planet, is it going to be, like, his face going to be real subtle on the planet? Or is it going to, like, in the comics,
that's true. Is it like a man in the moon thing,
beard,
right? Where it's just like, maybe that's a face, right? Or is it like the entire Earth is terraformed so that it's got lips on it that move and, like, earthquakes happen whenever he speaks,
Yeah.
Like, how does that work for the inhabitants of your planet?
Exactly. Right? Yeah, people walking all over you. But yeah, that'll be interesting to see. It's cool that we are getting his father, especially with the setup in the first one.
Right.
So,
yeah.
It's good stuff.
There's good stuff. I'm pretty excited. It's one of my most anticipated of 2017, and I think the soundtrack is going to be great as well.
Oh yeah.
I'm expecting this movie to make a lot of money. Guardians, the first one, like, shocked people because they were like, "Oh, these are all unknown characters. How's this going to make money?" And then, true to the Marvel brand, it made a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I do think, as far as Marvel movies go, other than Avengers, maybe more than Avengers even, I don't know. Like, Guardians is the movie that I feel like lots of people have seen and lots of people love. You bring out that movie to almost anyone, even like mainstream people that don't, do superhero stuff. Most people have seen it, and most people like it a lot. Families like it. People who are single like it.
What was that about?
I don't know.
What was that saying?
I said families and then people who are single. So it's, the vice versa. So yeah.
Oh, that just got awkward.
I just think lots of different people like it. So
yeah,
that was my point.
Definitely. I agree. It is definitely hyped.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So
what's next?
One small bit of news this week. We got a little snippet, little sneak peek photo at Mary Poppins Returns, starring Emily Blunt and Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah.
And so it's basically the back profile of her. She's just holding the bag and she's in the Mary Poppins costume and stuff. But I'm thinking she'll do good. It looks very Agent Carter. That's what Comic Movie said on this website. And they're right. Okay. She's wearing a blue dress and a red hat. It looks just like her, actually.
Oh, wow. She does.
But yeah, the story of the movie apparently is that it's like a couple decades later or something, right? And Mary Poppins has returned, as the title would indicate, to take care of the children of Michael and whatever the girl's name is.
Never seen that one before.
Yeah, exactly. It's a new generation of Mary Poppins. It sounds like Lin-Manuel Miranda is playing kind of the new generation of Bert. Right? He's playing some sort of lamplighter or street sweeper or something.
Okay, cool.
And
he'd
then
be good
it
at
also
that.
has Colin Firth in it, I think, as older Michael. Meryl Streep in it, I think, as older, whatever the girl's name is. And Julie Walters, who's Molly Weasley, as someone, I don't know. And then Dick Van Dyke is expected to make an appearance as Bert, old Bert, as well. But so I guess this confirms then that... And wow, this movie's like 2 years away. It comes out December 25th, Christmas of 2018. So, but I guess this confirms that, like, Mary Poppins is immortal, right? Because she's come back and everyone else has aged, but she's still young and she's Emily Blunt. Maybe she's like, again, this is like the perfect theory that she's a Time Lord, right? That she's a doctor because she looks different. So she's kind of regenerated, right? Like the Doctor does. And also... she's still young, so who's to say, man? I think this is the Doctor Who crossover we've all been waiting for.
There we go. That's great. Yeah.
Do you like Mary Poppins? Is that a thing you like, Hitchcock?
I don't mind it. I've seen it several times.
Mary Poppins was my favorite as a kid.
You liked it? Yeah, it's
definitely
definitely a classic. That like chimney dancing scene. I used to always love that.
Yeah. If they don't cameo Julie Andrews in some way.
Oh yeah,
I think that's kind of a travesty,
Yeah, she was so great, so great.
But
of course,
and then also
of course,
Saving
there's
Mr. Banks, of course. That's a thing.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a great movie that came out in 2013, and definitely, gives a whole new meaning to the story of Mary Poppins in the movie and the production of it and stuff. So, yeah, that's that.
Mary Poppins.
Let's see.
Just a spoonful.
I'm afraid that
of
movie's
sugar.
going to be a copy of the first one, but I hope it's something new.
Yeah.
Scrolling through news. Oh, we got this is going to be good. So, we've been talking about this for a while now. The Flash and Supergirl are in a few months maybe, I don't know. They're going to be having, oh wow, this is March 20th. Okay, so not too long, man. They're going to be having their musical crossover, right?
Okay.
Where the two of them are singing songs because they're both from Glee, and they're going to do a big crossover and do a whole musical thing. And I think the songs are being written by someone who's good at writing songs.
We would hope.
Like it was, I think it might have been the Frozen people, but I feel like they wouldn't have been able to get those people. I don't know. But I think it's someone good. I just remember the name being pretty big. So, yeah, but the songs are written by good people. So the synopsis of the episode is, Barry and the team are surprised when Mon-El and Hank Henshaw arrive on their Earth carrying a comatose Supergirl who was whammied by the Music Meister, guest star Darren Criss. Unable to wake her up, they turn to Team Flash to save her. However, the Music Meister surprises Flash and puts him in a similar coma, one that Team Flash can't cure. Kara and Barry wake up without their powers in an alternate reality where life is like a musical, and the only way to escape is by following the script, complete with singing and dancing, to the end.
Okay, that's
Isn't that the best thing you've ever heard in your entire life?
That is pretty
Hitchcock?
cool. I could see that working, just as a fun little side rant of these two shows. That's cool.
Like all TV shows get to this point, right? Where like they've taken themselves seriously, but they get to the point where they go, you know what, screw it. Let's just do something crazy and campy.
Let's make a bloody musical, shall we?
Right? And I think the cherry on top for this that makes it even better is the fact that it says they don't have their powers, which essentially just means this is just Glee. Right? They're just normal people singing music in an alternate reality.
Yeah.
So that's
cool.
pretty good.
That's really cool.
I'm hyped for that. I read some of the titles of the songs. One's like called Speedin' Through Life or something. So I don't know. Maybe these will be great. Maybe there's something that'll be worth buying on iTunes. You know?
Yeah.
I want the vinyl Flash Supergirl album.
That'll be good.
Also, this is somewhat unrelated, but there was a synopsis for a new Legends of Tomorrow episode revealed.
Okay,
and
yeah.
It sounds as if they're pulling the whole Timeless thing, right? Where they meet, historical figures.
What a rip-off. Oh, my gosh.
And it says, the Legends must devise a plan. The episode is called The Fellowship of the Spear. The Legends must devise a plan to retrieve the last remaining fragments of the Spear of Destiny from the Legion of Doom. They find themselves in France at the height of World War II, faced with the knowledge that they must destroy the mystical object. Now, I bet you can guess who's going to be in this.
Yeah.
They enlist the help of a soldier by the name of John Ronald Reuel Tolkien, guest star Jack Turner, and find that the spear is leading them into the heart of the war. Meanwhile, the team must all resist the temptation of the spear and the return of a former teammate. Boom. Dude,
AKA,
you're meeting J.R.R. Tolkien. I'm telling you.
the history behind J.K. Tolkien writing the Lord of the Rings.
I think you've confused J.K. Rowling and J.R.R.
J.K. J.R.R. J.R.R. It's too hard to say R.
That's fine. We don't really get Tolkien stuff very much in movies. And Tolkien's one of my biggest kind of historical legends that I look up to and stuff, even though he probably would hate me if I met him in real life, because he'd be like, all this superhero stuff is dumb, right? But
probably.
Although he wouldn't say the word dumb either, he'd be like,
this
is unsophisticated.
Yeah.
But it is cool that they're doing that. I don't know. I just thought that was a cool little tidbit in this article.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else? There was a Kong Skull Island trailer, a new one.
That looks like it's gonna be a fun summer blockbuster.
Doesn't it just?
Yeah.
My friend called the Film Fanatics on Instagram and Twitter. Okay. He lives in England, but he was invited to a premiere in London of the movie, where he saw it and he gave it 100% on his Instagram review thing. Okay. Now, I'm just speculating here a little wildly that I think maybe the fact that he was invited to the premiere and probably had such a great time at that may have influenced his view on the movie a little bit. But I also trust his opinion a lot, and I think he's a good film critic. And so he said it was great. I've heard a lot of mixed things about it. Have you read any of the reviews and stuff?
I haven't read any. No, I've just seen it as your typical summer blockbuster. You know, it looks like it's gonna be dumb, but has some great action. I did read. What did I read? Oh, I forgot what I read. I read some review on it, but I'm forgetting about it. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm definitely wanting to go see it.
This is good content right here. He read a review and forgot about it. Whoa.
Yeah, it said something about the big monkey tearing up stuff and how the dude liked that or something.
Sounds like you watched some good reviews here, Hitchcock. Some reputable stuff.
Yeah.
It's got like an 82% on Rotten Tomatoes right now, I think.
Okay.
So that's
really
pretty good.
That high?
It looks really well shot for one thing. Yeah. Like aesthetically, it just looks great.
Especially with that new trailer we got.
Yeah. And then also I did find out, this is like my main reason I'm going to be seeing it. I found out that there is a character named Houston in it.
Oh yes, there we go.
And that just blows my freaking mind.
That's the reason itself to go see this movie.
He's a black guy
just
too.
For naming the character after you.
I think that's, I think the other person I met one time named Houston was black as well. So I guess I have a black people name. That's interesting.
Very nice. Very nice.
So yeah.
You also have the name of the city, you know? Same difference.
Well, I was named, have we ever had this talk on the podcast on the air?
Probably.
I was named for a street in New York, Houston Street, which is actually a kind of an area in New York, Soho, South Houston.
Okay.
And yeah, I was named for that.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
Houston the street boy.
Let's see. There was also another trailer. There were just all these trailers. I'm telling you.
Left and right.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Yes.
Got a new trailer and
Big
a poster.
One.
What do you think?
They all kind of blur together for me.
Yep.
So I'm sure this one will be no different. It'll just kind of sink in with the other ones.
Yep.
It does look super formulaic. Just, oh look, there's a faceless army. They want revenge.
Right.
The
villains like Jack Sparrow did something in the past that made me mad, and now I'm getting my revenge. I haven't seen that plot before.
Yeah, which is somewhat cool to see some of Jack Sparrow's past. I mean, I think
that CGI,
fun.
That CGI young Johnny Depp looked pretty good.
Yeah, it did. Which I don't know, like if I'm a huge fan of all the past stuff. I do think it looks super generic and just. I don't know how interesting it's going to be. Yeah. But, I mean, I did like Jack Sparrow as sort of this mysterious character.
Right.
You didn't know where he came from.
That's true. He
just
could have
hanging
had
about.
anything happen in his past. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm not sure what to think of it now.
It's
I don't know.
funny because there's two problems that I have with this. I'll say up front, I don't really like this trailer.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm a huge Pirates of the Caribbean fan. I loved it when I was like 11 years old. It was like my favorite thing on the planet, and I still love the first one and the fourth one. I think are very good. And I know the fourth one being good is an uncommon opinion.
How dare you have that opinion? Oh my gosh! Which one is that again?
That's the one with the Holy Grail, not the Holy Grail, the Fountain of Youth, and the mermaids and stuff, right? And the Spaniards and whatever.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah,
I
like that one a lot. You've talked about
I really
that
do.
a lot.
I will defend it to my death. But the thing about the Pirates of the Caribbean universe is it started out very grounded, somewhat to some degree. I mean, it's a pirate thing, right? So the first movie has like ghost pirates, right, where they're all skeletons and they've had this curse on them, but it's not that crazy.
It's a typical pirate lore, right?
And then the villains also, for much of it, were kind of the East India Trading Company, so they're just kind of the real world kind of trading company type people. But as time went on, by the end of the movie, by the end of World's End, we had a giant enchantress, crazy gypsy lady that was literally a giant. Remember that? Did you see that?
Oh, jeez, that's horrifying. Yeah, I remember that.
Davy Jones, who was a squid tentacle man. That was incredible, his effects and everything. But so at this point, it's gotten so crazy and just like mystical and just crazy that it's not even pirates anymore. It's just nonsense, zombie sharks and these guys running on water and like these. It's crazy. And also, I feel like this universe, none of the things really work together, right? Like,
okay, yeah.
There's Davy
well,
Jones.
Of course they fit together. They all blur in my head. So why else?
Well, like, there's Davy Jones, and then there's, like, these skeleton army ships, and then there's this guy, Salazar, Captain Salazar, and he's got, like, all these zombie pirates and whatever, and it's just like...
Are you gonna tell me he's a speedster, too?
Right. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like in The Flash, we suddenly realized there were all these speedsters, right?
Yeah.
Just everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And suddenly it felt like, speedsters weren't really special anymore because there were so many of them. And B, how could all these speedsters coexist and not run into each other, right? And that's what it feels like with this. How are there all these, like, ghost pirate ships and, like, crews
immortal
and, like,
pirate
crazy...
men,
like, right, immortal pirates. Why is there not, like, an immortal pirate league where they all sit down and they play cards, like, once a month or something? And he goes, like, look, I'm an immortal pirate, and I've got, like, half a jaw. Well, hey, and I'm an immortal pirate, and I've got, like, squid tentacles for a face.
Maybe they got, like, a little dugout where they hang out, and then they have an on-deck circle, right? And
that's the movie I want.
Each movie, they just tee a dude up and say, okay,
I want the movie where they do some corporate team building for... Yeah. The ghost pirate, the zombie pirate, the mystic pirate cruise. That's what I want.
Heart-to-heart conversation right there.
Right, where they all go to therapy and they learn to understand each other and stuff. That would be the Pirates of the Caribbean movie that we all deserve, I think.
Definitely, without a doubt.
So that's kind of my opinion on it.
Yeah.
Anything else? It's pretty good, I guess.
Music's great always in these Pirates movies.
I think I heard that Zimmer isn't doing this one.
Oh, is he not?
I don't know. I need to Google that. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Because, like, in the past ones, I mean, Pirates of the Caribbean is one of my favorite theme songs ever, you know. Dun, 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 dun. It's so good. I mean, I just love it. I could listen to that on repeat all day. So,
Frick. He's not doing it. Who's doing going to be Jeff Zanelli. Do you know who that is? I'm Googling it. Jeff Zanelli. Let's see if he's done anything competent. I'm sure he has. He did... Okay, so he knows Hans Zimmer. That's one thing.
That's good.
Or it looks like he knows Hans Zimmer. Huh. He did Page Load. He was born in 1974. He did The Odd Life of Timothy Green. That's a good soundtrack, actually. And he did Disturbia. So a couple competent movies right there.
Yeah.
Certainly no Pirates of the Caribbean, eh? But yeah. I don't know. That's fine, I guess.
Whatever.
I've become ambivalent to this.
Yeah. I haven't heard of any of his stuff, so. But yeah, I'm always looking forward to the soundtrack.
Did you see the new Aquaman? Speaking of, like, underwater crazy zombie pirates, did you see the Aquaman test footage that Zack Snyder shared?
Dude, amazing.
Dude, it was so cool. It restores all my faith in the DC universe, man.
Looked like a lot of green screen to me.
Yeah. No, I think it looks pretty good. If we're saying...
Yeah, well, frick you. You can't have that opinion. Get out of here.
I have to hate DC all the time.
What are you doing? Oh, my gosh.
If we're talking, like, DC movies that I actually... I think every DC movie has the potential to be pretty bad at this point because none of them have proper management or anything. But if we're talking, like, DC movies that I think could be good, that have potential, Aquaman is probably at the top of my list because... Okay. I think it's something that's never been done before, and to some degree it has. Because it could, like Shazam. Maybe that hasn't been done before for a reason. But, like, Aquaman, yes, it might be a little like Thor. Hopefully it's not just underwater Thor. But, like, we've never really seen something like him, Haven't really seen an underwater prince fighting underwater villains, right? And so it could just be really cool. I don't know. But all that matters is the story, and that's really what I'm going to focus on in the future.
Definitely scoring the script, if those are good.
People are like, Wonder Woman's going to be so great. She looks great in the costume, and it looks like they've got some jokes and stuff. And I'm like, can you just tell me, like, is the script good?
Yeah,
because that's all that really matters in the end. I just... So, yeah.
That's all I care about.
Anything else as far as that? What did you think?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I can't I mean, it was a grainy shot of little man floating in the water. So
woo,
having a good old time. I mean, looks cool. I guess I'm not looking forward to it a whole lot at this moment. So we'll see.
Did you see the Alien Covenant trailer?
I did. Yeah.
What'd you think of that?
That was pretty intense.
Yeah. You know,
I haven't seen
it doesn't
any of
look
the
that
other
original,
Aliens.
but it looks like it's pretty well shot, right?
Yeah.
And pretty well acted, probably. I think
that shot at the end is great, though.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you.
Banging on the dude.
I haven't seen any of the Alien movies yet. I'm planning on it. There's another one of our endearing. Oh, they haven't seen all the movies in the world yet because they're teenagers. Oh,
no.
Right. But I do think. So my dad has all these DVDs at his office, and so I borrowed the Alien DVD one time, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this freaking movie. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna watch it. So I put the DVD in. I sat down. I literally made a bowl of popcorn, and I was like, all right, I'm doing this. DVD loads up, and it's the bonus disc. And it's like, frick me.
Yes,
so
that's amazing.
Yeah. So I still have yet to see the Alien.
Still have
movies,
yet
but
to
I'm
see that
planning on it.
Alien. Yeah,
that was like a month ago. Anyway.
So since we haven't seen those, we can't have an opinion on this because it'd be wrong.
No. Yeah. Of course not. We can't pretend like we've seen the Alien movies as we have done with many other movies in the past.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it looks from what I can see, it looks like it's gonna be freaky.
Yeah.
And
pretty scary.
I may or may not see it. Who's to say?
I'm all for an intense movie, you know.
Yeah. It's gonna be the next Jurassic World. Jurassic
probably.
Park.
That's true. Lots of people will probably go see it. Although it's R, so I don't know if it can make as much money. Jurassic World was very friendly to everyone, you know. But yeah, I think that could be pretty good. Who's to say? Who's to say? So I think that's about it as far as news. Are we missing anything here?
We have had a lot of talk of a Tron Legacy boot up.
Oh yeah, you're very excited about that, aren't you? What have they been saying about that?
There's just been random articles I've been seeing about the writer saying they had a script, it was going places, and then it kind of died, and then they're gonna boot it up again, and just now, I found another one that said Jared Leto might be on board, and so I'm like, shoot.
Oh no.
But yeah, I'm a huge fan of Tron Legacy, so I'm all for another movie, but yeah.
Well, Hitchcock, not to offend you here, but I think the idea that they have a script is very, 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 very unlikely. Because I don't know if the first movie had too much of a script, Hitchcock.
Oh no!
I just had to say I'm sorry.
When's the last time you saw this movie again?
You're right. I need to see it again. All I remember is when I was like 10. It came out in what, like 2010, 2009,
yeah, something like that.
Something.
Yeah.
All I remember was whenever they would air the trailer, it would always at the end of every trailer go Tron, right? And I remember seeing that movie, and then going after the movie ended, saying the movie Tron is done, and that was all I remember about that movie, except that I didn't understand the plot because I was like 10 years old. Yeah. It was kind of boring, but the action was cool. That's all I remember.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
I'll watch it again.
Maybe I will. Maybe I bloody will.
Yeah. I'll freaking bring it when I come and just force you to sit down, chain you to a chair.
That's true. You're coming in like a month. We'll get to do that, won't we? Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be real good. I'm hyped.
I'm hyped. I think I'm seeing Kong Skull Island this week.
You traitor!
So I'm gonna see it without you, but maybe we'll go see Power Rangers ? Or something like that. I don't know.
Power Rangers.
That could be fun. Who's to say? So I guess that's it. Should we do kind of stuff? I guess I was going to talk about Logan for just a minute. As far as pick of the week, you know?
Yeah, let's go pick of the week. You talk about Logan a little bit.
Okay.
I'll zone out and play some Clash Royale.
Awesome. Do that. So Logan, I thought was absolutely fantastic. I saw it 2 nights ago. I have yet to review it. I'm thinking about doing another one of these "this movie sucks" videos. That's super sarcastic, right? Because my Lego Batman movie, for all the controversy that it caused, it definitely got a lot of views, A, and B, I thought it made some good points as far as, I thought it was good because it was funny. It made fun of Batman v Superman, which is always my goal.
Oh, jeez.
And but yet it also highlighted why I thought the Lego Batman movie was good, sarcastically. So I might do one for Logan. I also thought it was good because it narrowed down my audience, where the people who didn't get it were like, I'm unsubscribing, you suck. And I'm like, the people who I want subscribed to me would only be the people who get satire and sarcasm.
It's just filtering through your subscriibers. That's all it is. This video's a filter.
Exactly.
Just picking out the
video
bad
lost
ones.
me a lot of subscribers, but it gained me double that, because for every subscriber that I lost, it gained me a couple subscribers that were like, oh wow, this is genuinely clever,
Okay,
and so that's the type of people who I really want subscribed to me. And yeah, so that's that. But anyway, Logan, it was brutal, man. It was brutal. Oh my gosh, probably the most violent movie I've ever seen. I mean, that's for sure.
Oh wow.
I can't think of anything more violent than that.
Really?
But it was for good reason too. It was not gratuitous, to where it was just nonstop and just over the top and for no reason. There's a Wolverine movie, and they were kind of doing the character justice with that, and every kill felt like it had some weight to it. I think it wasn't just. There is a lot of just shredding through people, like him and X-23 just teaming up and just going through dudes, like taking off heads and arms and just going straight through people. And it's amazing. But at the same time, they actually have a couple conversations about the value of life and stuff that are pretty impactful. And ultimately, that is what makes this movie great, is that it is a character-driven movie. It's very much kind of a study of Logan and his... not so much redemption arc, but just his arc of coming back to hope a little bit.
Cool.
And it's hard to say much without getting into spoilers, I will say. But it is very much a small criticism would be that it is very much the plot is not something we've not seen before, double negative there. But it's basically the plot is they're pursued by the government and they have to get somewhere, right? We've seen that a million times. They're on the run. They have to stop in some places, right? And then some stuff happens in those places and then they get on with it, And it's, the plot's not very unique, but the fact that it's these characters in it, I think makes it unique and makes it a lot more interesting. And they do put some situations in this that we would never see in any other movie that involve X-Men stuff, and including some powers, maybe, who's to say, that are very cool. But yeah, and I loved seeing Charles and Logan's relationship here. Laura, the girl who's playing X-23, is fantastic. And there's just a lot of emotion to it, I think, especially as an X-Men fan. Like, the thing about this movie is my dad saw it with me, and he hated it. I mean, he really hated it. He was like, it was violent, and the plot was something I'd seen before, and I was like, but Dad, like, you haven't seen, the only X-Men movie he's ever seen is Days of Future Past, And so he doesn't have the context for this. And the context to this movie really is what makes it impactful, I think, because there are people who've said, you don't have to see another X-Men movie to enjoy this, and that's true, I guess, but I think to feel something in this, you need to have seen another X-Men movie, because, again, it's about the context, and it kind of becomes very poetic if you've seen the other X-Men movies. So, like the idea that, if you've seen the other X-Men movies, you know that Charles Xavier spent his entire life trying to save mutant children and give them hope and create safe havens for them, right? And so the thing that's poetic about this movie is that that's what he's doing with his last ride, is giving this one child, if he can help her, this kind of safe haven. And so, I think there's a lot of it that's kind of poetic because we know of the other movies and we know the history of these characters. Even if the continuity doesn't really match up, doesn't really matter. But yeah, I thought it was fantastic. I don't have a ton more to say about it. But yeah, it was great, and the action was phenomenal. So yeah,
good stuff.
I do think I was right when I said that this is kind of the Mad Max Fury Road of this year.
Nice.
Mad Max maybe is a little better. It probably, it's definitely a little better. Just from a filmmaking perspective, like this has very good filmmaking, but Mad Max just it kind of blows everything out of the park. So I don't know. But in terms of equivalent as like they're action blockbusters, but they're also really well written and is Mad Max really that well written? I don't know. But really well done movies. They're similar in that regard. So yeah, I give it like an 8.8 out of 10. There you go.
Nice. Good stuff.
What did you see anything this week, Hitchcock?
Did I? I don't think I saw anything new. We talked about this last week. Yeah. In that episode that didn't work, but I guess this week I did. I watched Sing Street again with my family.
There you go.
We got it on the Blu-ray, and yeah, I mean, I loved it even more the second time. You know,
I'm telling you,
it's about this teenage boy who wants to impress a girl in
Ireland. That's an important note because Irish people make everything better.
Yeah, exactly. And so he wants to impress her, and he asks her if she'd be in a band or a video for his band. And then he's like, we got to start a band now. So it's about him forming this band, getting together with all his friends, you know. Yeah. I mean, it's just it's got some great brother relationships with that. Yeah. There's some great moments. And
it's hard because we talked about this movie ad nauseum in the past episode. But I saw it as well. It's on my top 10 now.
It's great.
Is it on yours also? Is that what we said?
I think so, yeah.
And I showed it to another person this week who adored it. It really is. It's endearing. It's it captures that whole kind of teenage awkwardness vibe so well.
It really does.
The performances are great. They cast all non-actors in the roles, but they feel so natural as teenagers, you know, and it just feels real, you know. Yeah. And it's also very magical and very memorable. There's so many good quotes and good scenes and good, lines and songs, and the music is great. And I absolutely adored this movie.
I did too. I loved it.
That's why I made you watch it.
Yeah. I had heard about it a while ago, and then it kind of just passed under my radar. Like, I'll have to give that a watch when I have the chance. And then it's on Netflix, I found out. And then you watched it, and you loved it so much. And I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try. Yeah, and I watched it, loved it just as much, and it's great. You guys definitely need to give it a watch. Yeah. The music is great too for like a movie. You know, when they're forming band, I'm like, dude, this is good music. I would like listen to this on a regular basis.
Well, yeah, and you see the I bought the CD for it too, so I loved it. But you see the evolution of their band as well as the movie goes on. Like it starts out very cheesy 80s, you know. Rock, and then they kind of evolve into their own sort of style, which is really
great.
cool.
And I love how throughout the movie he's forming this band, and it's kind of divided into sections, I think, where they have a song, and they have a little, like, a bit where Connor, the main character, is talking to the girlfriend, talking to his brother, listening to the different music. And, like, as he's watching a different music video or listening to that music, he's getting inspired, right? And so the next day he goes to school all dressed up like that. That genre.
His style changes so much.
And so it just evolves with his band, which is really cool. I love that so much.
My favorite scenes in the movie, and I think the girl and him have such good chemistry, Rafina and Connor. The actors are Lucy Boynton and Fergia Walsh-Pilo, both of which were, well, Lucy Boynton wasn't completely unknown, but Fergia Walsh-Pilo was completely unknown. But they have great chemistry in their scenes. But also, my favorite scenes in the movie are the scenes where he's writing songs with his friend Eamon.
Oh, it's great.
Just brilliant chemistry between them and their just sort of creative process, you know. Yeah. And it just feels so natural and so, but yet also so magical. You know, it's this. It's funny because the movie is about music videos, them making music videos, which are these kind of hyper real, you know, magical.
Yeah. New technology that everyone's like, whoa.
Yeah, and in a music video, it feels like this sort of fantasy world, you know? Yeah. And the funny thing about the movie is that it feels very real and grounded and natural, but at the same time, it feels very magical and caricature-ish a little bit. And it blends those two very, very well. So, yeah.
Very nice. It's a great one. Out of 22, I'd probably get like a 19 or 18.
Yeah, how do we rate this out of 22? How do I rate Logan out of 22? I rate Logan out of 22 like
kind of dropped to 22.
Like a 19 probably?
Yeah, very nice.
Maybe 20, I don't know.
Yeah.
For
school, for my economics class, she said rate this week's reading from this book. I'm like, The heck?
Out of 22?
Okay. I'm like, well, out of 22, I would give it an 18 for blah, blah, blah. And I showed it to my friend, and he's like, why 22? I'm like, Blockbusted rating, man. Come on. Get with the program.
Jokes, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. It's great.
Anyway.
Fun stuff.
So, yeah, this has been our first episode in a couple weeks, really.
Yeah,
it's been I think we're finally going to get more consistent, baby, because,
new mic.
Yeah.
It's going to work.
Hopefully
it's going to be flowing.
We won't have any more technical difficulties ever on the face of the planet.
We're getting to those superhero movies, so we'll have some stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, summer's coming. We'll have more money to go see more movies.
Woo!
So all good stuff.
Yeah. Let us know what you think of Drew's audio. Yeah. Not that we really care. We bought him a microphone. We're going to use it.
I ain't changing for you. God.
Yeah. But we'll see how the audio goes. We'll probably adjust some settings by next week and see what happens. And yeah. Where can people find us on social media, Hitchcock?
I'm at Hitchcock_007 on Instagram.
There you go.
And Twitter.
New handle.
Yeah,
I'm at
buddy.
Blockbusted Pod on Twitter and Houston Productions 1 on Instagram, just to make it super confusing. If you'd like to contact us, just tweet at us, or you can email blockbustedpodcast@yahoo.com. And that's about it. What are we going to do next week?
Ooh, do we have anything coming up?
Well, Kong Skull Island comes out, so I'll be seeing that. So I can talk about that again.
So I guess I need to see that.
Seems like you should see something, right? You know? So that we have something to talk about, right?
Maybe I'll go see that with my friend. Maybe I can.
We'll see what happens.
And we can talk about that.
Yeah, we can say that was dumb but fun. I'm predicting.
Exactly.
That's our opinion of the movie, right there. There you go.
Oh, that's great.
It's gonna be like a Pacific Rim. I'm telling you.
It will be. Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Say your catchphrase, Hitchcock.
Wing it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
What is? Do I have a? I mean, what even is this? That's yours, right?
Oh yeah. That's mine.
Yeah. So what is mine?
How dare you steal the catchphrase, the ancient tradition of this catchphrase?
It's kind of evolved into nothing, right?
Well, I think that's the greatest catchphrase of all in a way. It's kind of devolved into nothing, hasn't it? What even is this, guys? We'll see you later.
Geez. Da 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 da.
Boy.